You're on the Virtual Entertainment Programming Network. TVEPN.com. Live from TVEPN Studios, The Slam Show. And now, your host, Slam.
What's up, party people? Welcome to another edition of The Slam Show for August 10th, 2015. I'm the main man, Slam and Sam, and the chat room, it has froze up. That's how many people are in there.
I have never.
Play the sound drop. Play the sound drop. Applause.
The sound drop, applause. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Now,
there it is.
That's either a...
That was a clip taken from one of Joe's recent shows.
If I continue playing it, you'll hear Joe continue his stand-up.
That's funny.
So yeah, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. A good thing meaning that everyone is watching the show, and the bad thing is I may have to reboot the browser in order to get the chat going. But I'll worry about that on break. So, but thank you guys for tuning in, making it worth our while on a Monday night to hang out and talk about all kinds of good stuff. Usually we have topics tonight, but we have two special guests in the house that we're going to dive into in a little bit. I'm very excited. Everyone in the studio is excited, and I can't wait to kick this off. So everyone kick back, relax, get your Frappuccinos, your Coronas, your Hennessy's, whatever it takes to hang for the next 2 hours, because it is going to be fun here on the Slam Show. All right. Without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and have my co-hosting staff and our special guests introduce themselves.
Starting with me, Joe Corzo from Joe Time Entertainment. What's going down?
Cindy here. Hi.
And Ricky Mena right here. How's it going, everybody?
DJ Ready Rock. You should already know.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, straight up. And he said, I am using my nickname on this program.
My stage name, yes.
There you go. The stage name is present. All right, guys. As we always do, we go ahead and go into our brief weekend or week recap. And let's just start out at the beginning. Joe Time. You did a nice intro.
I did, yeah.
And you have the cool freaking lover shirt.
Lover shirt, yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. I can't even say his last name. You never get the Italian last names right. Pesci. Pesci.
You gotta have the
Joe
hand.
Pesci.
You gotta have
Practice
the hand
in the
gesture.
mirror.
Yeah, for real.
Gestures help.
But yeah, no, my week was fun. That I can remember, you know.
Wow.
There's just so much going on right now. Friday I was down at San Francisco. I was at El Peralta. That was awesome with Local Folks Comedy Presents. It was a dope show, man. That Samuel Bade on there. You could have seen him on Last Comic Standing doing his thing. Marcella, she was on there. I see she has a freaking like Italian last name too.
Nice.
And no, she killed it too. She
Not
came
gonna
up here
try.
from LA as well. She's out here from the Bay Area, but she lives in LA now. Came back up. She was on the Daily Show as well, so she's been doing some things. Our boy Lyle Barons from Laugh City. What's up, brother? Man, he got down as well. I mean, these are all monsters. Tony Sparks hosted the show. Kiko for putting me on. I mean, Dro for doing his thing. It was just a really great experience because I feel like when I'm around people like that inspire me in comedy and being in the same lineup and then seeing them just beast out and just how raw their talented they are and how it just makes me want to get stronger as a comic, you know. So it's been a really fun weekend with that. On Sunday, I got to hang out with my nephew and both my nephews. But he got back from Disneyland because my sister had a anniversary with my brother-in-law, 8808. They were married, so 7 years, man. So it was his first time going to Disneyland, so it was really funny because he was really excited to tell me all about, you know, his adventure and what was going down. He got kissed by Minnie Mouse. He got autographs and shit. Yeah.
Oh, Mickey don't find
It was
out.
all funny. I started thinking, I was like, man, the last time I went to Disneyland was probably around his age, and I thought about it. I was like, nope, senior trip.
That's right, grad night.
Yeah, grad night. That was crazy. But, yeah, man, that was a good time hanging out with the fam. And then also I just got booked for a commercial I can't even speak about that's happening on Tuesday.
Okay.
But all I can say is I'm just gonna do it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm just gonna do it.
I'm just gonna do it. And yeah, I got the whole thing. It's like I can't put no posts, no nothing. There's gonna be a celebrity athlete there. And I can't. So it's just gonna go
That's
down.
all they can
That's
give
all
you.
I could give. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that. So that news just kind of made my day. And yeah, man, a lot of other things probably happened that I'm just so tripped out about Tuesday. So that's gonna be fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, yep.
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
That's what I'm
All
talking
right,
about.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't even know.
We will know on the next show, that's for sure.
I don't know if I could tell it until it comes out.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that secretive, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Super secret.
Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy.
Right
Nice.
on,
Gotta
Joe.
post something though, like at least something. Like,
So, to just post
teaser.
something's gonna happen.
Something
Hashtag something's gonna happen.
Hashtag, what is it?
very
Hashtag.
cryptic. Yeah.
Very cryptic.
About it. Yeah, that's about it. It's been a great week.
Cool. Right
Nice.
on, Joe. Cindy.
Well, I swapped shifts at work so I could take Friday off. Jeremiah got deployed, so I took off Friday so we could go out to dinner, and we went to this place called Fire and Flame. It was either Flame and Fire or Fire and Flame. It's a Brazilian steakhouse in Sacramento area, and if you guys have never gone to that style of restaurant, I highly recommend it. It's amazing. You just sit there at the table, and there's dudes walking around with a giant skewer and a huge slab of dead animal, and they walk around and they slice off a sheet of meat for you at the table, and you have a little placard that says like yes or no, whether you want them coming back and forth or not.
Okay.
So we're like, yes, pin up the thing, right? And,
It's all day, sir.
Yeah. Just keep
Dang.
it coming. And so I really recommend that spot. It's really good.
And this is all you can eat?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good food.
Yes.
All you can meet.
Ready, Rock? You tried it?
Outstanding.
I eat everywhere. So Brazilian steakhouses, whatever,
Yes.
ramen, whatever.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I eat everywhere.
Everything you could hope and dream for. So Saturday, took him to the airport, went to work, killed a little time in Pacifica. Sunday, hung out with your mug at Noah's Welcome Home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great outpouring of support there. Are we going to have him on anytime soon?
I like to hope so.
Hope so. If you're listening, Noah, I know you're busy, but just putting that out there. Afterwards, there was a little bit of kerfuffle with our lunch plans with BTME gang.
That's right.
So we get some word on the street of where everybody's going to lunch, and we get there, and it was kind of a long wait. So we get there, and Sam had an emergency, and he leaves, and we're like, well, do you want to go somewhere else? No, we're already here. Let's eat. And the food was just so blah that we felt really violated. Because, like, each of our tabs was like $25-$30 for
Oh,
just
man.
really unremarkable sandwiches and ruffles, and all of us were like looking at each other like, man, I can't even, I just want to shit, so I'm not even like associated with this food anymore.
Oh hell no!
Like,
It's crazy.
that's how much I don't want to be associated with this food anymore.
Wow. And you left on
And I
emergency.
left.
And he
Yeah.
left before we even
He
ordered.
probably saw the
You
yelp.
knew it.
He saw the yelp and got out of there.
We're sitting at the
Emergency
table like,
exit, go.
we're like, I bet Sam was up all night like, how can I fuck up this guy's lunch? Like, no.
Hey, but you guys did have an after outing going to the
Yes,
outlets, right?
yes,
That
we
made
went-
it up.
We went outlet shopping, and I got some stuff to wear to an interview today, which actually went pretty well.
Nice.
I'm feeling somewhat optimistic about that, and how they are. They love their clothes. They love to be flashy, so it's always fun to see what they end up with. And I was glad to hang out with them because I'm like more Facebook active with them, and it's good to see everybody in person
Right.
once in a while. So
Yeah, besides volunteer.
yeah, and overall decent weekend, and aside from Jeremiah leaving on a day's notice, but he'll be
Yeah.
fine. He's a big boy, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, props
about
out to Jeremiah
Yeah.
because he is
Much
serving our
props.
country and,
yes,
and doing his magic there.
that's right. That's
One
right.
of those things we cannot talk about too much.
So secretive we are.
All right. I can tell you where he is off mic.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And I will elaborate more on the NOAA event when it's my turn. But first, Next in line, Ricky Mena, everyone.
Yeah, my weekend was pretty busy. We had, for the Heart of a Hero thing, we had to be in Livermore on Friday morning at 9 o'clock at a Special Needs World Series baseball. They're challengers, and so they just, they're awesome kids, man. I met probably like 25 kids, 30 kids. And it was funny because I was like, well, I hope you guys win. And they were just like, everybody wins. There's no losers. They literally don't keep score. So that's why. I was like, well, that's cool. So that was cool. We did that. And then.
Now, did you get the itch to get up there and swing?
Not really, man. I mean, what's funny is that on Saturday and Sunday, I was just about to say I was at the Michael Valley tournament in Pittsburgh also.
Yeah.
Doing the Heart of a Hero thing, building awareness. I was there as Spider-Man for a few hours each day, even though it was like 110 degrees out there.
Oh, no thanks.
That was the first time I actually wore the suit and was like, okay, I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
And I was drinking gallons of water prior to.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man. And then I'd take it off, and then there would be some drunk people like, put your suit back on, Spider-Man. Like, F you. But, yeah, so basically we did that on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday from about 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. we were out there with our table, banner.
Mhm.
Thank God we had like one of those canopies.
Yeah,
Easy
yeah.
ups. Oh, my God. Thank you for that. And yeah, I was out there as Spider-Man building awareness. We made some donation money
That's good.
and all that. I also had to work Saturday night from 8:30 to 4 in the morning,
Mhm.
and still had to be there on Sunday at 8
Yeah.
a.m. So
At the
it was-
bar.
yeah, it was a long weekend. So, but it was a good weekend too. We made a lot of ground. So
That's good.
yeah,
That's real positive. As always a good recap from you, Ricky.
Jeez.
Cool.
that's my life right now.
There you go. DJ Ready Rock.
DJ
Break it down.
Ready Rock. Before I begin, I'd like to pay respects to DJ Swift Rock, who passed.
Yes,
earlier
I know who
today.
he is. Yeah.
Very
Wow.
talented DJ, a turntablist, all that good stuff. So R.I.P. to him. My life is boring. I don't do very much. All I do is eat, run a studio, and I DJ 3 times a week. So,
You're
That's
doing
a
something.
the
that's a
highlight-
good life.
the highlight of my entree this past week was there was a new ramen place that opened up by my studio. Maizen Ramen. It's actually pretty good, and the great thing about it is no one really knows about it. So
This is in San Jose, right?
Santa Clara.
Okay.
So no one really knows about it. So we walked right in and sat down. There's another one by our house called Orenchi Men's. You have to wait like an hour and a half to actually eat.
Oh, wow.
Dine.
But because no one knows about this yet and it's low key, awesome.
They're
And
locking
it's
the
really
table.
good.
Locking the table always.
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't want to say the name?
It's Maizen
Oh,
Ramen off
there it
Lawrence
is.
Expressway.
Okay.
Right next to St. John's.
Okay.
Let's see. I got a flat tire on Friday, so that was pretty cool.
Did you change it yourself or had roadside assistance?
It was in my driveway, so I had to take it into Wheelworks, and I did it this morning because I was busy DJing. I was running a studio session. I have an artist I'm working with right now. His name is Nafi, and you can follow him at The Real Nafi on Instagram. And we have an album coming out. 49% is produced by Crystal Rules of Drop City Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
The other 49% is myself in the harmonics.
There you go.
And then the other 2% is my friend John over at Stife Productions
That's
and
101%.
Patrick from High Five Productions. It's going to be a great album. Just think the blueprint. That's all I can say.
Ooh, those are strong words.
I back it up 100%.
That's right.
You know, let's see. What else went down other than DJing and eating?
Did you cook?
Let's see. I did cook. I have a famous dish called swollen colon chicken. It's really, really good. The
Putting you
heat
to
is
good
actually a
time.
flavor, so if you're gonna eat it, it'll creep up on you after a couple of bites.
Mm-hmm.
But the great part is, even though it's like extremely spicy, you'll still want more because the flavor is just that amazing. So maybe on the next show, if I'm here,
Please bring some.
I'm gonna bring some,
All right.
and you'll remember it the next morning
Oh,
as a thank you gift.
I don't know if it's like innuendo.
Damn.
That deserves an applause.
That's fair warning,
Yeah,
right?
for
We're gonna
real.
hold you to
warning.
it.
Yes.
Ready, Rock?
No, I'm gonna bring some. You know,
Okay.
skip the catering,
Right?
Oh.
It's that filling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Spicy
I'll even
asshole.
make a little rice because you got to eat it with rice. You know,
That's
That's
right.
all.
it sets it off.
Oh, Ready, Rock. You're the
They'll
boss.
call it chicken colon for nothing.
Nah, it's really good. I brought it to a potluck once.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
And
loved
you never
it.
got invited back. No, just kidding.
No, I got invited back, and they were a bit amazed that I could actually cook, because all I do is DJ really, and
Yeah.
and I'm an engineer, I produce, and blah blah blah. So cooking doesn't really cross their minds. You see, oh, this guy that does wicked mixes. Oh, he just whatever. But when I cook, yeah, it's
He
just as
mixes
hot
it
as
up.
it's just as hot as my remixes.
Yeah.
Flames.
Cut it up and mix it up.
There you go.
There you go.
Man, that was pretty creative, Ready, Rock, on your weekend recap.
I don't know. That's just the day in the life of a boring guy.
Well, I think your life,
Hashtag boring.
your life is pretty good if you're DJing 3 days a week and you can eat,
Yeah.
right?
Well, eating, I have to eat. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here talking.
Right?
I'd be
Well, I mean,
dead.
you can eat,
Oh yeah, I can eat.
right?
I mean, look at this beautiful body of mine.
So you're doing good.
Oh yeah, you can always tell how well a person's doing by the size of the belly. Bigger the belly, better the income.
Well,
So I'm not that wealthy, but
It's there.
Comfortable. You're
the
not
more wealthy,
worried.
the less healthy.
I gotta
You're
spell
not
the name up.
worried.
Ready, Rock, man. You came with the fire on the show.
I'm contradicting what this guy's all about. He's about helping the cause and making people better, and I'm over here like
Eat.
all I eat is like
Yes, eat.
crazy ass food.
Yeah.
It sounds good, though.
No, it doesn't sound good. It's delicious, and I'm gonna prove it
It
next
doesn't
time.
sound good. It sounds delicious.
It's beyond delicious.
That's awesome. Cool. Right on. Ready, Rock. All right, I'll go ahead and close out the recap. My usual gigs. Farrington's on Thursdays, Fridays over at Milo's. Saturday, I had a private event, but prior to that, went over to Stockton Con over in Stockton, the anime comic convention. I had my two 40-year-old interns, Drewski and James, with me. They did very well. Followed me everywhere, and they just bought a whole bunch of figures and all that.
Nice.
Props out to them. Props out to Mike Milliner, the organizer of the event. And I talked about this, Ricky, to you about possibly doing the next one in the future in conjunction with the Heart of Hero efforts. I'll get you guys connected and kind of
Yeah.
work that in for a booth and make that happen. There was, that place got packed. We got there really early, roughly 10 o'clock. And because we had media passes, we're kind of special. We browsed on in and just had a good time checking out all these booths, the celebrities that were kicking back, prepping up to sign for all the fans and so forth. And roughly about 1 o'clock, the place got really super packed where you couldn't even walk. And you're talking about regular customers, cosplay players. So I unfortunately, I didn't see any Spider-Mans.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. You saw all
Not-
kinds of like anime characters. I saw Hulk. I saw Captain America, Iron Man. Maybe he was lost in the mix because there was thousands of
It's
people
hard
there.
to pull off that costume.
Got to pull it off right. And if you're going out there, you got to pull it off with the right outfit. You can't
These
half-ass
people
it.
are hardcore.
Very
Uh,
hardcore.
I've seen them in downtown San Jose. They don't play around. They spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars
It's no joke.
to look
Dead
as
on.
close as they can,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah, it's their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And these events is where they could showcase that because it's allowable to look.
It doesn't look weird.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, Stockton Con, it's going to be something that is just going to develop, and I honestly believe probably within the next year or two they're going to have to move the location. It's just too small. And it's just blossoming. I foresee it being as big as Comic-Con over in San Diego within 5 years.
Nice.
So
Hey.
it is the place to be. We'll shift gears to Sunday, which is the Noah Coughlin event, which was welcoming him back from his 5-month run from the Statue of Liberty in New York all the way back to the West Coast, San Diego. And I have a little clip here where we presented the gift that everyone signed. Yeah, so this is when I brought up BTME, Cindy, and I spoke of Noah's efforts and thanking him and all that. And then we pulled off the surprise. We had the gift behind behind the curtain, and it's gonna work into it. Just be patient. Right now, I'm just talking like Noah this, the greatest this, all that stuff. Just killing time. Then here it is. Clockwork rolls it out to a big applause. The stroller, which everyone autographed. Everyone here in the studio. Sorry, Radio Rock, you weren't around to sign it, but maybe in the
Pimped
future
out in
one.
gold.
Yeah, dipped out in gold, and he was just stunned. But the funny thing was, he let the cat out the hat because he mentioned
Not the hat.
he mentioned Switzerland that he's
wow.
going to be
Yes.
running, and I was like, okay, that's his next run. So Noah,
That's awesome.
let's have a big round of applause for his efforts. And he did spill the beans.
Let the cat out the
Switzerland.
hat.
Right, we should probably get
Berlin.
some truck tires for that. If
Some
he's gonna
truck
go into
tires,
the mountains.
For real.
That's right. Some nice rims. Big time. So yeah, that was an incredible event, and I believe I have a little close up of him posing with the stroller. There you go.
Hey.
Proud.
Was there a kid in there?
No.
I was just curious.
There could be a kid in the future. You never know. So
Oh, okay.
Noah, you're the man. Thank you for all you've done, and we look forward to all the future endeavors. What can you say? It's amazing when you could imagine what he did for 5 months. Wake up and run or walk 25 to 30 miles a day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is tough to fathom.
Mm-hmm. And he's done it 3 times. Wrap your head around that.
3 times across the United States.
Yeah, that's insane.
It
I
is.
drove across the United States twice, and I'm good.
Oh, man. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up my weekend haps. And let's do a quick recap of last week's guest, which is Lana from Lana's Egg Whites, as well as Cammy, the fitness model. That was fun. That was really fun. I know Joe enjoyed that show. So let's get right into it. Take it away, Joe.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. Cammy, her last name is Italian. Panemet. See, I can't even do it. Is,
Don't worry about it. Her name's
yeah,
Cammy.
Cam. Shout out to Cam, man. She's doing her thing. She's actually preparing for her contest this weekend. Coming up, right? On the 15th.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And her story is awesome, man. You know, she popped her ACL popped, her LCL popped, and you know they were telling her she's gonna have to get surgery and all that, and may not even be able to walk or dance in a while. And then she, long story short, she got back on her feet within like 2 weeks after the surgery. Yeah, started making her transitions and went through a few things, and it's just a really powerful story. Like she was battling through eating disorder and came back and got healthier than ever, and now she's in competitions, now definitely pursuing a dream, and she has tremendous drive, which I could see her reaching great heights. So, yeah, keep that up, and definitely looking forward to hearing what happens after the competition.
Nice recap, Cindy.
Yeah.
Anytime we have Lana and any of her team on the calendar, I know it's going to be a great show. I know that they're going to bring a great story. Everybody that I've met from Team Lana has been a joy to have here, and Cammy is another example. I hope she does really well in this competition. I think she will.
Yeah.
She knows her stuff. She's really solid, and I think she's going to do really well.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And it was a trip because we kind of like mistaken her as being a MMA girl because of her attitude and her ruggedness. And she still had the sexiness going, but it was like, hey, you could really go into this MMA thing if you wanted to.
That's fun.
Because she had that, like, I want to beat up someone. Pretty cool. Pretty
But
cool.
we got to protect her face.
That's
Got
true.
to do modeling.
That's true. Photoshop will only do so much with that.
That's true.
All right. So if you guys missed that episode, go to theslamshow.com or theslamshow.tv for replays. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break and be back with our first interview segment. I think we're going to go with DJ Radio Rock.
The luck of the draw.
There you go.
Gonna draw.
We'll be right back here on The Slam Show.
If you're suffering from chronic pain, migraine headaches, or any other health issues, it might be your back telling you it's time for an adjustment. Come check out the New Health Chiropractic Center in Concord. We restore the curvatures of the spine to bring you back to good health and wellness. Our specialists will provide a full examination and x-rays for free. Just mention the Slam Show. Call now for an appointment at 925-759-9722 or online at thenewhealthcc.com. In order to transform your health, you have to try something new. The New Health Chiropractic Center.
Weekends you want to spend with family, friends, doing stuff that you love. You don't want to spend weekends looking for a new car, burning through weekend after weekend on the hunt. Instead, you got to check TrueCar and the TrueCar mobile app. In 5 minutes, TrueCar's app not only lets you build the car that you want, it tells you what others paid for it and lets you lock in guaranteed savings, usually over $3,000 less than MSRP. So get your weekends back, get the car you want without stressing over overpaying. Save time, save money, and never overpay. Download the TrueCar app today.
What are you doing?
I'm turning this hedge into a dolphin-shaped topiary.
But this house isn't yours. In fact, I just showed it to you.
Oh, I'm gonna buy it.
Softly confident.
Well, I am an excellent candidate for a home loan. I pulled an 809 FICO score at Experian.com, so getting a mortgage is merely a formality. What do you think I should do with this other hedge? A giraffe?
Get your credit swagger on. Become a member of Experian Credit Tracker and find out your FICO score powered by Experian. FICO scores are used in 90% of credit decisions.
I'm a mid-century architectural wonder. A house made entirely of glass. So you can imagine my fright when giant pieces of hail started falling from the sky. Did I mention I'm made entirely of glass? Everyone was running here, running there, trying to get out of the house. But what am I to do? I am the house.
Your house can't protect itself. That's why the Geico Insurance Agency helps make it easy to switch and save on homeowners insurance. You could save even more when you combine your homeowners with an existing auto insurance policy. Call Geico, go to geico.com, or visit your local office.
Are you living with pain? So was Lisa, a brave Marine wounded in Iraq.
After surviving an explosion, I was on horrible painkillers. I tried 1 hour pain relief, and now I'm pain-free all day without dangerous side effects. And it works in less than 1 hour.
Try it free for 1 week and pay only the shipping with no automatic shipments. Call 800-500-1810 right now or visit onehourpainrelief.com. That's 800-500-1810. 800-500-1810.
Who did you let down today? If you're drinking too much or doing too many drugs, you probably let a whole bunch of people down. And I bet you're not sleeping very well either. Well, we can help you at the Detox Hotline. Let us be your recovery concierge. And don't think this is just another treatment ad. I promise you, we are different. We'll put you in a luxury-like getaway where our painless detox process will fix your addiction problem. And in no time at all, you'll get your life and your sleep back. Painless Detox is here, and our recovery concierge service will work with your insurance company to maximize your coverage. We are different. Let us help you break your addiction to drugs and alcohol before it's too late. Take 5 minutes of your time and call right now. I promise it will change your life. 800-885-2600. 800-885-2600.
Geico Motorcycle presents Reflections from the Road.
Let me tell you, the road is a much more relaxing place since I switched to Geico Motorcycle Insurance and started saving money. With that taken care of, now I can think about deep, important things. Like how come it's a pair of pants when there's only one of them? A real brain teaser. But hey, at least saving money with Geico Motorcycle is as easy as pie. What does that mean, anyway?
Geico Motorcycle Insurance. See how much you could save.
Do you need working capital for your business? Don't wait months for the bank approval. Get the cash you need today at businessloanstoday.com. Even if you've been turned down from a local bank, at businessloanstoday.com, we provide alternative financing to retailers, restaurants, hotels, contractors, auto mechanics, and hundreds of other businesses. Unlike banks, our unique financing services are flexible, with repayment plans tailored to meet your needs. There's no collateral required, and loans are not based on your personal credit score. The only requirement is that you've been in business at least 1 year and have sales of over $20,000 per month. Getting the cash your business needs is easy. Just fill out our simple application and we'll customize your financing to fit your needs. Then, within 24 hours after approval, your funds are available up to $250,000. Thousands of business owners are turning to alternative financing instead of standard banks. The application only takes a few minutes. So call Business Loans.
That'd be the show I'm not on.
You're like, yes, I do. You're just like,
horrible. level.
Put my hand on it.
669-9801.
Let me adjust it. Mine's going limp.
Just
right?
like,
Mine's
I can't. Where is it?
I heard that.
Everybody heard it, I'm sure.
You guys are disgusting.
That would be funny.
I think you have some parents in the.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. We have our first interview segment, and this is sponsored by Kinders.
Kinders.
Yes.
Kinders.
Who's the shouts going to?
Thank you to
Justin.
Justin. I was just having a brain fart there. Sorry.
She's just
Sorry
overcome
about
with the
that.
Noah goodness.
Yes, Kinders in Martinez.
That's right.
Provided our famous ball tip tray
Mhm.
tonight.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hella good.
Unfortunately,
I like
Ricky
3
could
of them.
not have any.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. I have 6-pack goals.
That's right.
At the moment.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep it clean and ready for the Spidey effort. That's for sure.
Gotta look good in that suit, man.
That's right. That's right.
remind me.
Okay. Our first interview is with this gentleman. He goes by the name DJ Ready Rock. If you aren't familiar with this record and you're a disc jockey, you are not really in the culture of disc jockeying. Get the fuck out and do something else. Because
Damn.
this is
Like
Now.
that.
this is certified as far as being part of the DJ culture the right way.
Wow.
And he is currently working with a whole bunch of main artists in the freaking Bay Area. You're talking about Be Legit, Rappin' Forte, and before he passed, Jacko, right?
Yeah, Jacka came through, Drew Down, Rappin' Forte used to hit him, Money B, Black Seas from RBL, and on a new album that we got coming out, we have Daz on the album, and we're just doing like an old school type situation. You
Grandma's
know?
house, right?
That one, yeah, it's Grandma's House. That's Troubles. I produce all the tracks on there.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded most of the vocals, at least the ones that came through.
Mhm.
Some flew over the internet. I produced and mixed it, and Justin Wise mastered it. So
Awesome.
Oh, Justin
yeah,
Wise.
yeah, he's the man.
South
He's gotten so good at mastering since
Traxworks.
yeah.
There
So
you go.
yeah, he's definitely gotten way better at what he's doing. So,
That's awesome.
but yeah, that just came out, and that thing is doing wonders for Troubles. So
Well, this gentleman here, he's basically under the radar for the past how many decades?
because I choose to be,
Exactly. But
it's always
because
better that way.
But because we're boys, he decided to come on the program, put a face to all what you guys are wondering. Who the hell put together these records and behind all these dope ass beats? Let's have a big round of applause for DJ Ready Rock.
Hey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ready to rock.
And it's real. It's real. Some
It's real.
producer DJs out there don't want to be out like name recognition or anything. You just do your job.
Yeah, I was supposed to be at the Money B video shoot yesterday. I declined. I just don't like being in music videos. It's not my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you never know what they're going to require you to do. Like,
Well, I mean,
You don't
like,
want to put on a thong and wash a car?
that's
been
not my
waiting for
cup
my
of tea.
I thought they say been there, done that. He's like,
Nah,
I've been there, done that.
nah, that's far from anything I would ever do.
I was just kidding.
Not even for my girlfriend would I do that.
He doesn't
that's,
twerk.
That's just
That's too bad.
yeah.
yeah.
That's a shame.
Ready Rock and I have a very long history. We met, what was it, mid 90s? And roughly around there, 96
yeah,
or so.
I used to come out here quite a bit actually to hang out with Sam just to kick it on some French stuff. You
Yeah.
know? I almost said it.
It's an edit.
And we took a trip. We went to Miami for conferences.
When it
and
was
so
called
forth.
Winter Music Conference.
That's right.
But now it's all glorified as what's that?
It's still Winter Music Conference,
No, it's
right?
called something else. Ultra.
Yeah,
It's Ultra.
yeah. So
Field trip.
But whatever. you
yeah,
know.
that was a lot of fun. That
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was
of fun.
cool.
And what was cool was that we were early in our careers in developing our niche as far as in the music industry. And fast forward to now, we're still doing our thing. We're veterans.
Yeah.
And you're still doing your thing with the music remixes as well as working with artists. So let's get right down to the nooks and cranny We have a lot of DJs that are in the chat room. And
Nooks and crannies.
Crannies. Thank you for correcting me.
I don't know what a cranny is, but it sounds delicious.
Goddamn crazy.
Sounds like something I can't have.
It sounds like something Lawrence will cook.
You never know. I have a dish called Nookies and Grannies.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
No, I was just kidding.
I
I don't think anyone caught that, but it's all
Granny's
good.
nookies. I mean cookies.
So let's back up for our novice viewers and watchers out there. The Wicked Mix DJ series is what is being made back in the day, and still is now, but not called Wicked Mix. You're working for another company.
X-Mix Remix.
Exactly. Explain what that is. What are these?
Those are basically where we take the biggest records or records that are about to blow up, and we make them DJ friendly so DJs can get in and out of it seamlessly and make them sound better, like as far as like clean beats in and out. So you're basically just getting a drum beat, and which can go over anything, and you don't have to worry about keys colliding. So, and then we do like a little 8-bar of hype, you know what I mean? So just get people excited, and then whether it's redrumming or replaying, you know, parts of the song, or just replaying it from scratch. With X-Mix, I can't really replay the whole thing, but I can replay parts and add additional instrumentation to it, my own flavor to it. But as far as, you know, going 100% with acapella and doing my own vision of it, they don't like that. But Wicked Mix did.
Yeah.
We were all about, you know, we get acapella, we'll spend the time and we'll pull out the keyboards and, you know, use the MPCs, get the drums going and the samples and all that good stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because back in the day, Wicked Mix ruled the Bay Area, and every record store was carrying this.
We actually ruled worldwide.
That's right.
We were #1 for a very, very long time, and, you know, we gave birth to a lot of knockoffs, such as, you know, like Mix Factors and what's that? Lethal Weapons. I call those knockoffs because we all know who is the original, you know?
That's right.
And who's the stepfather of the situation.
I like the way you worded that. So, yeah, X-Mix now is the series that you're working for full time.
Yeah.
And it does exactly the same thing. It helps out the DJs.
It helps out the DJs, except on this note, you know, I work, you know, the label mates are like Armand Van Helden, Duck Sauce, Todd Terry, and they're more like a house situation,
right?
But they do the urban stuff too, so you know that's where I sit. So I do a lot of their edits for radio, and then I also do their remixes too. So.
That's awesome. Yeah,
it's cool, but you know, it could be frustrating at times because you know they know what they want. You know what I mean?
And you did mention some about you put together a mix for Megan Trailer, and the execs were like, and they were like, oh well, get out of your
get out of my box.
Yeah,
they're like, what, you know, what's the content? Why are you, you know, we know what you're capable of. You know, we want you to do more. But if I send you the session, you're gonna look at it. You're like, well, my whole thing about remixing, especially in this type of situation. Even redrumming, I don't like things to stand out. I like to make it sound like it's part of the song, you know? Things have to be natural. Like, the things I don't get is companies like a Funky Mix, where they have really heavy drums, sometimes not even in key. And it just, you know, I just don't think, you know, big drums really work well with a song that does. Like, you can't put big drums over a mustard beat. It's not going to happen, but they find a way to do it. And I just find it like...
Too much.
Too much, you know what I mean?
I agree.
So, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And I heard a few of those remix tracks, and it's like, man, you didn't really have to do that.
Yeah, there's actually a remix of Body Talk. It's like an 808 remix, that Tove Lo song, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, the snare that they use is super off key, and every time I hear it, how did the guy live with that? And whoever paid him, I feel bad. That's all I can say.
Wow. There you go. Yeah. And it is what it is when it comes down to these remix companies. A certain exec has an ear and saying, that's going to work, that's going to sell, let's put it on, even if it's off key. That's just the way it goes. And you're doing what you're doing, and I still spin a lot of your classic stuff.
Thank you.
A lot of
people do. They actually inquire when they find out, for those that didn't know, when they find out, like, oh, you did Wicked Mixes, and they always say, I heard about those, and then I become their friend. Then I, whatever I have, as far as MP3s go, I just kick them over. You know what I mean?
Right. Sharing is caring.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
All right. So let's talk about this project here.
Uh-huh.
And you basically have a whole bunch of heavy hitters throughout the Bay Area on.
Yeah.
Who was the most fun that you had with?
Drew Down, and I'll tell you why. Because, story is he just got released from San Rita, and a couple days later he came to the studio. But the thing is, so he sings the song "Mac of the Year." We all know that song. But I think Drew Down's really a pimp in real life. He had like 6 white girls in a SUV, drop him off, and he's like, "I'll call you, come pick me up." You know what I mean? And they were right there on time to come pick him up. Like, they were on their hands and knees for this guy. So that's pretty cool. He's a real pimp.
Hey, you gotta live it if you have a song "Pimp of the Year."
Exactly. Some people aren't about it, but yeah, he rolled up with like 6 different girls, in a little SUV and did his thing. He wrote it on the spot. Called his ladies. They came back right away. They were probably waiting around the corner. Got him right away, and he left. He's like, for sure,
That's awesome. Oh my
He's
goodness.
like, what's an Uber?
Yeah, he's more of a guy who's, what's a luber?
Now, because in the past, I've had some mainstays of the Bay Area rap scene come through.
Yeah.
Rappin' Forte and others. Are there any reservations for you to have them come down and just relax and do their thing in studio? Or
See, this is the thing about my studio that people appreciate. It's not a place to come smoke. It's not a place to hang out. They come in there. They don't see any couches. They see like these messed up chairs. And it's on purpose. And they just come there to do their work and get out.
That's right. So it's all strategic.
Yeah, and and if you ask anyone, I'm one of the more honest producer type of guys that run a studio, because like I tell them, like, well, I don't really want you guys here to write because I feel bad because I'm wasting your hour, of a guy just sitting here looping a beat and just writing it. Then I'm just standing around like, So it's a little bit of both. Like, I don't want to hang out and stick around and just watch a guy write, and then at the same time I don't want to waste their money because the guy didn't come prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather have him spend an hour doing his verse, but it really shouldn't take an hour to do a verse anyways. So,
Ricky's like, I know.
Yeah.
It took me an hour.
He's a veteran. But that was probably back in your younger days, your high school days.
Like going on the spot and writing. There was some people who would want that. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
they wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And I was like you. Like I'm like, yo, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and kick it because I didn't smoke or drink or anything. So
Yeah,
especially
that's
not
cool.
in the lab.
Yeah.
Now, which ones were kind of like trying to break the rules and trying to flex on you a little bit?
No one ever tried to break the rule on me.
Okay.
They've all had the highest respect for me because I treat it like a business. You know what I mean? Like, as cool as they are, I don't really build friendships. I build business relationships. And that's how I treat DJing too, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I would like to play what I want to play, a lot of times the reason why I'm still in the game and I'm still at my same residency for almost like 12 years is because I treat it like a business, you know what I mean? And I don't let my personal egos get in the way, you know what I mean?
Well said.
Too small for that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Well, doesn't surprise me because I've always known you being the business type from day one. That's awesome.
I keep it business.
There you go. All right, we're going to go around the studio and have our co-hosts and Ricky ask you a question. Starting off with Joe time. Take it away.
That's awesome, man. I really love your philosophy. I love the way you think.
Hey,
that's awesome. Yeah, really.
Hey, this world is a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's how you got to look at everything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Can you elaborate more on that? Yeah, that's my question. Like, I want to hear more of that.
Oh well, you gotta sign up for my business class. Awesome. Over at the Moscone Center.
You know, we'll start off at $1 a day.
You serve the chicken there at lunch.
Yeah, for real.
That's right.
The chicken.
I serve the chicken after.
Oh, nice.
Now we're all in.
That's funny.
Otherwise, there'll be a long line to the bathroom.
Now, my question is, so getting into this, have you always been into music? You always had that music ear? And then what really sparked you to becoming a producer / editor /
That all came accidentally.
Perfect.
I mean, in the beginning, I started like really DJing like in 1988, and it was I liked Cameron Paul, I liked Theo Mizuhara, and I liked Billy Vidal, Michael Erickson, R.I.P. to him, and also Alexander Mejia. All those guys, you know what I mean? Those were big influences in my time, as well as Dave Myers when he was back with Chewy on KSOL 107.7, Hector the Ejector.
Wow 107.
Yeah, so all those guys back in the days really inspired me, and it made me want to just, mix records, you know what I mean? I was like, I want to do this. But mainly the main guy was Theo, because he was like really like Asian-like, so Japanese, right? So that gave me the thought like, okay, this guy can do it, I can do it.
No.
And I just started collecting records. Mix It was a big part. Bought his records. Like, oh, cool. Blah blah blah. Learned how to DJ a little bit, and then I wanted to experience a little more. So I started finding out about they sample records to make these type of beats. So I ended up
getting an MPC.
Well, no, even before the MPC. The MPC didn't come out till '95, so I got like a little 12-bit, 12-second Gemini sampler.
I remember those.
And I went to Upstairs Records, New York City, online. They used to have a catalog.
Yeah.
And I bought the whole entire Ultimate Breaks and Beat series, which is by Breakbeat Lou. Shout out to Breakbeat Lou. He's hip hop, and because of him, he created he's like the godfather of hip hop. You know, like Impeach the President, all those Melvin Bliss, all those breaks is because of him. You know what I mean? So anyway, I bought his records. I paid like $200, and then I wanted to overnight next day, so I paid like an extra $30. Yeah, because I really liked the records, and I remember. Actually, prior to getting those records, I used to go to Record Man when they were on El Camino in Santa Clara.
Yeah, I remember Record
Man. And I
Man.
used to carry the Upstairs record book and try to find the real records, right? The actual records. And then that's when I first ran into Jake the Snake.
Yes.
And Jake, this was like 90, I think, 90 or 91. I think more 90. And Jake Snake's like, well, I see you carrying that catalog. Why don't you just buy it? It's a really good collection. And I guess he had it too. So I was like, all right. And I grabbed it, and that changed everything. And then I said, I got to get a sampler now. So I bought whatever I could afford at the time, fresh out of high school, not much money. So I bought me that $200 12-second 12-bit. So there was like 4 banks with 3 seconds, and then 1 bank with 12 seconds. So it was like the DS24, and it was like 12 bits. So I really rocked out that thing like crazy. I remember going to Session Cat in '91 and working with my first rap act, but not really where I wasn't getting paid for it. It was just some friends around the way that thought they could rap. So I said, I can make beats. But I really can make beats. So we went there, and the guy's like, oh, wow, the way you really work the sampler is really amazing. You should really stick to this. You could do bigger things. So time went on, and then I ended up getting one of those Newmark mixers with the built-in, those 19-inch things. Oh, my God. With, like, the 50 channels on it for no reason. But anyways, had the sample on it. Better quality, so I would loop things on that. And then I had bought a Tascam 424 Porter Studio.
Yeah, the cassette.
On the cassettes. And from there, it was on. And then I said, my next thing is I want to do mega mixes. So that's when Wicked Mix came into play.
There you go.
And I wasn't even thinking about remixing. I just wanted to show people I can throw like 1 million songs in like 15 minutes. How it used to be back in days.
Yes.
So I did that, and then I ran into a guy you had in the show recently, like 2 weeks ago, I think, Silhouette.
Bill Paluto.
Yep. So he got me in contact with the guys at Wicked Mix. And
the rest is history.
The rest is history. But it took a minute because... Yeah. They kept dogging me and telling me I sucked, which is awesome because in turn
it made you harder.
It made me who I am today, and and I'm still in the business after 20 years.
There you go.
Or 30 years, should I say? Jeez, long time, but yeah.
Right.
See, out of a negative, there was a tremendous positive.
That's right.
There you go. Cool.
Juicy.
Cindy.
Juice.
Who are some of the artists that have been the most affirming for you to come into your studio And who are some that you'd like to see in the future?
Oh man, like I'm more of like a East Coast boom bap type of guy, so I would really like to see people like Terminology come through. You know what I mean? And Joel Ortiz, just countless amount of just like anyone from New York, really. You know what I mean? Because I really like that whole sound. Plus, that's what we grew up on. You know what I mean? Like I grew up on the whole BDP, Cold Chillin', and then into the Pete Rocks and the DJ Premiers, and then the whole Dr. Dre as well. But for some reason, it's just sampled beats and heavy rhymes. I mean, heavy drum patterns. Just do it for me. You know what I mean? So like guys like Jay Dilla and Madlib, perfect examples too. I love their work. You know what I mean? And it's really artistic too. And that's why people don't like it, because they don't get it. You know what I mean? It's like when people see the Mona Lisa, they're just looking at it, but they're not looking at what it's worth. You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or they want it because it's so expensive and popular and it's a showpiece, but they still don't get it.
They don't get it.
And they never will.
Interesting.
That's the world today.
That's right.
They know the price, but not the value.
We live in a microwave world. Swansons.
Well said. Ricky.
So after all these years of doing it, you do the DJ thing, and then you do like the in-studio stuff. For you now, like, I know it's a business and all that, but like the man behind the business, which one drives you more, like your heart more to keep doing it? Because it's got to be more than money. There's a love there.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Has the love and the drive at the same time.
Nice.
She's the passenger, but she's out doing her thing.
I don't know if you're joking or being serious.
I know. I don't have good facial expressions. I'm just more like
just. That is a good one, actually, because no one can tell. We're just like, I don't know.
No, but it's I guess it really is, because like she's still in school doing her thing, in college, of course. I'm not Tiger, so don't worry about it. No Tiger.
well, Kendall just turned 18, right? So Tiger's kind of off the hook if he doesn't say he did any pre-action, right?
That's true.
That's true.
He's been kind of quiet. Oh, continue, Ready
But
Rock.
yeah, so so she's in school doing her thing, just trying to finish off her architectural design and structure. So that's gonna be the bigger money. So in the meantime, I'm just grinding for the both of us.
Oh,
And then when that goes down, I just might shut down the studio.
Take a break.
Yeah, I'll be that stay-home dad.
Making chicken.
But I won't be taking care of kids.
He'll probably start
chicken.
painting with Swiss Beats.
Yeah, there you go. I'll get my little Alicia Keys there.
That's so awesome, man. You already have a post plan from doing the whole music thing,
Well,
right?
everyone has a post plan.
Not everyone.
Well, that's true.
We had DJ Solars from the Rocket Scientist come on, and the
cool.
whole show, he was just talking about his post plan. No real DJing, traveling the country stuff like he did previous shows. It was all about him signing up to become a fireman and delivering his own baby in his own house. That was amazing. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
It wasn't a post plan. Delivering the baby. But that sparked the post plan.
True.
Becoming a firefighter.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's an incredible show. You got to watch that.
I got to check that out.
So, what's in store for Ready Rock in the near future?
So
any more projects?
Yeah,
Working with Drew Down again?
We got a lot of I've got a lot of Indie Harmonics. Got a lot of albums dropping really, really soon this year, before the end of the year. The big one right now, other than we got Silhouettes coming out hopefully this year. But
You've been working with them for how many years?
Jesus,
I like that exhale. Like
I know.
This guy.
This guy.
they're like brothers.
Yeah, we're like brothers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we get along.
It was a trip because over at the other house in the other studio, I remember you guys came in to do some vocals and stuff, and they would just bicker. He'd be behind the mixer and just fucking do it, and they'll just go back and forth. It was just so funny.
Yeah, no hold bars between our relationship. It's way out there. It would make for a really good one-episode TV show.
One episode.
A pilot.
Right, and that's as far as it goes. And then if they want to give us a contract to make more shows, it probably wouldn't work out. But where I hit it one time and quit it situation. But I've been working with them. I know since '92, I think, or '93. Way. So I would say '92 because Wicked Mix was '93, so '92.
Mm-hmm. That's a trip.
And how I met him was because I was DJing somewhere, and he saw me playing raw beats.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I know the guy who does that, and he makes them for me." I was like, "Really?" And
that's my cousin.
But it was a true story.
Yeah.
So that's crazy because most people that say that, it's not true.
It's not true.
You know?
That's my cousin.
Yeah, my cousin, my uncle made it. Really? But yeah, it was a true story. So yeah.
It was like, I work for your uncle, so you're cool with me.
Yeah. No, but outside of this rap thing, we're really, 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 really good friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I can count on him like 90% of the time.
That's awesome.
That's a high level too, 90%.
I think we're gonna have you come back on with Silhouette.
That'd be cool, and we can have a freestyle battle.
That'd be awesome. I'd like to see that.
So, before we go on our music break, and one of the tracks is gonna be your production.
Oh, cool.
So, you just mentioned about putting out albums. The new trend now is basically coming out with a single, video, and having that blow up. Are you kind of like
I am not a fan of that.
Explain.
An example, Tag Team. So they put out Whoop, There It Is, a really big record. Now they had to scramble to put together an album to follow up and maintain the flames. Well, we all heard the album. It sucked. So basically, I always say, like, when the album's getting ready to wrap up, then you can start putting out a single or something, right? That way the quality is already there in case it does happen. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people put out a really hot single, kind of like Mims, right? This is why I'm hot. After that, nothing followed up.
And this is why I'm not.
I'm sure Ahmad did back in the days, right? Oh, the homies love it. This is cool. We did it for the homies, and then it blew up. Oh, you got to do something. You know what I mean? And it just fell to pieces. You know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing with Paperboy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy's still the jam, but his other stuff,
whack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on the firm belief, put together an album and just take out the singles from that point on.
Yeah. Well, when the album is almost done, like solidifying almost done, then you can start, putting stuff out.
Okay.
And you can leak things here and there if you want, but for the most part, let's not get over our head because, I mean, it also has to rush me for mixing it, and I might not give it a really good mix. You know what I mean? Because mixing, it's also another part of it too. It's just not the empty. There's a lot of elements in putting together a hit song. So one of the things I never understood was like, oh, let's say like, that song "Hot" by Bobby Shmurda, right?
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I gave it to him so and so, and it would have blew up." Well, he would have never done it like Bobby Shmurda, so it probably wouldn't have blown up, and you wouldn't have gotten anywhere. So I always find that argument as kind of like stupid.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense because he would have never done it the way he did it, and because it was the way he did it that made it happen.
That's
like
right.
Fat Joe, Lean Back, or Dr. Dre beats, whatever. It doesn't matter who you have on it. It has to be that right one. You know what I mean? It's you can't say after the fact like, "Oh, I told you to hop on it." Who knew what's gonna happen? Even you didn't know.
Makes sense. Well said. Well said. And Ricky's put together a few albums himself.
I heard.
And the philosophy that Ready Rock is sharing, I'm sure you're on it 100% because you don't want to put out one single and not have anything to follow up.
I think if you're going into it with a plan of having an album, definitely hide most of it. I think where people get lost, and even myself too, like more recently, but I haven't had a plan to put an album out. I just kind of wanted to just put music out, but the social media world just made everything where like people will hear a new song and next week it's old. You know what I'm saying? And so that will happen to you, you know?
That's really true.
You know, it's like the media world is so fast now. You know, they'll forget it, but you'll get buried in the news feed real quick. So, you know.
The timeline moves fast.
It does.
Here now, gone tomorrow.
Quite true.
There you go. There you go. What are websites that everyone could follow you at?
Let's see. My Instagram, it's just Indie Harmonics. And then our website, which is under construction, indieharmonics.com. And you can purchase beats. You can find out where I'm playing at. But I'm usually at the same places every Thursday, Dave & Buster's in Milpitas. Every Friday, downtown San Jose, the Temple. And every Saturday, the Britannia Arms downtown. And then when Victoria's Secrets have a sale on Sundays. I'm a Pink Nation DJ. I'm proud of that.
That was all funny.
Cindy's like, I'm there.
There you go. There you go.
Are you in the hip hop room in Temple?
I'm not San Francisco one.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the San Jose one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's
Joe's like, I'm always there. I haven't seen you.
No, I haven't been to Temple, but I know they got a hip hop room downstairs.
Yeah, no, that's San
and I know that
Francisco.
you're a hip hop head, so I was like, I don't know if you're
I'm a
out there.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because as I said, I'm a business guy, so yes, I will push buttons and turn knobs.
But we'll still have the same facial expression as hip hop still.
That's right.
It doesn't
I'll be
change.
mean, like-
It doesn't change.
Are we gonna be fist pumping or twerking at your gig? We don't know. We
A little
don't
bit
know.
of both, so prepare yourself.
Okay,
It's a
good.
hybrid.
Ready Rock, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Sam.
Coming on the program. Hang tight because we're going to go ahead and take a music break, and this is going to be your remix of Fetty Wap. Talk about your concept behind this version of My Way.
Well, basically, I cleaned up the song quite a bit. I made it more. I cleaned it up. I made it more bass heavier, but the bass is clean. I redrummed it a little bit.
Mhm.
Threw a little bit of the Drake thing in there. I'm not a fan of Fetty Wap, but I'm a fan of making money and maintaining the business, and that's why I did it.
Right
There
on.
you have it.
There you go. All right. This is Ready Rock's work on Fetty Wap's My Way. We'll be back with our exclusive interview with CEO of Heart of a Hero, Ricky Mena, here on The Slam Show. Stay tuned.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this. We can do this here all night. Can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me. Yeah. We got it poppin'. Don't care who you know. Don't care where you go. Don't nobody do it quite like that. All I gotta do is put my mind to this. Steal up in this bitch. Won't turn down. Won't go home. We got it poppin'. Don't care who you know. Don't care where you go. Don't nobody do it quite like that. First off, I'ma start by saying this. Baby, won't you come my way? Got something I want to say. Can I keep you on my way? But first off, I'ma start by saying this. Ay, all hands shots 50, you can take my due. Ay, and I'm too tough when I shoot, swear I won't miss. Ay, baby, won't you come my way? Baby, won't you come my way? Baby, this is something you should know. I don't ever chase no. Spotted you had that girl. Watch me pull out all this dough. Take you where you want to go. Flexing on your ex, I know. He ain't never take you out. Barely even left your house. How dare I run his mouth?
Yeah, that's a little Fetty Wap. My Way remix by DJ Ready Rock.
There you go.
Yeah, you had that little drum.
Hopefully you had your little subwoofers going.
Did a good job.
The bass is kind of low there.
It works. It works. So, on to our second exclusive interview. And this gentleman, I have a little video that we're going to prop up. I think we posted this many times that he was on, but it never gets old. And he doesn't need that much of an introduction because he
Gotta show the car I sold, didn't you?
Damn you. No, actually, it's the NBC live interview.
You're on NBC?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
And this gentleman, he has come a long way. I've known him ever since he was 16 years old. He's done tracks in the studio for me. He's evolved into a great human being, put together the Heart of a Hero Foundation, which he has evolved since the last time he was here. And he's in studio now. And we're going to catch up with all that has been happening. Let's have a big round of applause for Ricky Mena, everyone.
Hey.
A parade wave.
Pageant wave.
Nah, what is that?
That's a pageant wave.
Oh, yeah. I did that as Spider-Man in a parade, actually.
Oh,
and it was,
no.
everybody was laughing. It was funny.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Everything's
man.
funnier in the suit, especially farts. I'm just kidding.
Ricky, welcome back.
Not if you're wearing the suit. Right?
Right, yeah, for sure. What's up?
Man, what's new?
Man, I can't even, I don't even know where to start.
You are a social media demon because every post that you put up, it is like everyone's liking
Blows
it.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are just out there. What's going on with that?
So, Facebook and everything is, it's funny because, the whole music thing, it used to be the music thing, on Facebook was good too. I used to get several hundred likes on something, if I posted it. But, no money came in. You know what I mean? Likes didn't equate to...
Ready Rock's I know about the money.
You know what I mean? Social network is people like it and they just...
Ghostface had a saying back in the MySpace days. He's like, I have 80,000 fans on MySpace, but I didn't sell 80,000 units.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there were so many times I was sitting behind a project or whatever and it just didn't make sense. You know what I mean? But fortunately, what I've been finding out with the whole, doing philanthropy work and, just being out there, Spider-Man and Heart of a Hero, it's not only do we get the likes, but man, the support is there too, and it's truly a blessing because we have the Heart of a Hero page and all that, but it's and I was thinking about getting rid of my my personal page because I have a if it makes sense, a Ricky Mena page also that I turned into more of a philanthropy page or whatever, and I want to get rid of this page, the personal one that I had from a long time ago. But seriously, I just can't do it because of the support that I get on that page is just ridiculous. Like you said, I'll post something and it's not just the likes, it's the comments, it's the inbox messages, and it's all good. I feel like I've set a certain kind of standard for at least myself in my life, because back in the day I used to post something, you know what I mean, and I'd have my inbox to be full of hood rats and I'll be like, damn.
Well, it's not like the hood rats have gone away yet.
Nah, but it's it's just I'm attracting a better human being to come talk to me, you know what I mean? It's the truth though. And when people say you create what's in front of you, or what's around you, your world, you really do.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing that lately. I'm just still it'll be a year in October since I got the first suit and went into did this whole thing, and started it. And didn't imagine being here, but definitely thankful and grateful. But it's just wow, so much has changed in my personal life because of it. I could be in the most negative atmosphere, let's say, and no shots at Farrington's. I enjoy working there. I need to make, money, you know what I mean? But I do security on the weekends at a local bar. And when everybody's drunk and just nobody cares about anything, you would think that's a really oh my God, such a negative atmosphere. And it is a contrast from what I do in the day. But man, so many people come up to me there and show me love. It's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I almost feel like a lot of my like the people that they're changing too.
Yeah.
Because they're watching too, which is a beautiful thing. Because I used to say, you know, don't let your environment, don't adapt to your environment. Make your environment adapt to you. And that's kind of like what's naturally happening right now. And I don't really have to do much outside of being myself, you know, and that's the beauty of it. You know, I get to just, I mean, shoot, my life is good right now. I get to wake up every day and be like Spider-Man, you know, and people respect it, you know, and it gives other things more purpose too, like going to the gym. And I mean, shoot, I'm way more pumped up now because I'm training to like continue to be Spider-Man or look better as Spider-Man or, you know, stuff like that. So it's definitely, it inspires me on so many different levels. And
what's that old saying from the movie? With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, that's a Spider-Man. I think that's a Spider-Man quote.
There you go. That's
it's true, man. It's true.
That's your next tattoo.
I mean, it's just
I don't got any room. It wouldn't look right on the butt cheek.
It's like right now we have tremendous food from Kinder's.
Says who?
With great power comes great responsibility on my butt.
Yes.
And you look at the Kinder's food, you're like, I can't have it because I have to keep my figure.
Yeah, I've been, you know, I switched things up too because, like, you know, I hit a plateau with the fitness thing, and so now I do like cheat days instead of like on a Sunday where I wasn't working out. I do my cheat day on a day that I am working out, so it's like half a cheat.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to cheat the cheat. You know, because I'm like, dang, I'm already like, it's hard for me to put on muscle weight, you know, because I'm just skinny. But like, it's been doing, you know, this whole thing is inspiring me on like the mental, the emotional, and it just me as a human being, like straight up, like, and it inspires like people around me too, like Kristen, Harvey, you know, Michael Harvey, and my goddaughter, little Spidey, Haley, you know, she comes to events and she's, you know, she's 6 years old, but or 7 now. She just had a birthday, but she's very humbled by it too, and she
happy belated, Haley.
Yeah. And she's like, she loves like when I'm in the suit and I'm like, hey everybody, you know, all these kids, here's little Spidey, she's gonna hand you, and she's like, she has a glow to her, you know. And it's cool that I can that I was able to put something in motion that was so out of left field that just the community and just good people are just there's a gravity like that people want to just float towards it, and it's a blessing. And I wish it was like that for the music too, for myself, for my own career, but it just wasn't. You know what I mean? So, but this is, you know, this definitely my heart, it has my heart for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it's been a good thing, man. It's been everything. Every step is so unpredictable. I don't even know what's I can get hit up tomorrow by, you know, who knows what, and then be over in Florida or be in another country like next week, and that's how it is right now.
We were talking about a few days ago in regards to your goals for Heart of a Hero, where you want to expand, not just doing the whole Spider-Man thing, but adding superheroes to the roster.
Yeah.
Go into that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's eventually like something that I want to do because, you know, everybody loves Spider-Man, but even though that being the case, sometimes I show up and some kids in the hospital or wherever, they're just like, dude, are you friends with Batman? You know, are you friends with Wonder Woman? And I'm like, yeah, you know. And actually, doing these events, I've actually met people that are serious, like cosplayers, like you guys were talking about earlier. And you know, and they have quality suits. Like that's the only way I'm messing with you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have you in there, like, you know, as Batman if you're just like falling apart.
Yeah,
you look like Adam West.
You know
now.
what I mean? Like,
It's just like the rap game. It's like if you don't got the flow, I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah. It's like, dude, like there's a quality, there's a standard. You know what I'm saying? And I put like, you know, the most I put into my suit was like $1,500 for the first one, $1,400. Wow. Yeah, and that's movie quality. You know, to my measurements and the whole thing. And now what's cool is I've been building these relationships and doing all this. They see what I'm doing with their suits. So now, you know, we went down to $800. Now we're down to $500.
Oh, nice.
For like even better suits. I got a new one coming that's like one of the Raimi suits like, from the first like Spider-Man. You know, it's so dope. Like I can't wait for it to cut. Like seriously, to try it on and show it. You know, but yeah, like that's eventually what we want to do. Now we talked about it too. The only problem with that is like I mean, these people have to have the same like
Drive,
mentality and
yeah.
drive that I do, which is hard to find because you're a nonprofit and it doesn't like always pay.
Mhm.
That's another goal. Like people, it's a misconception when people say nonprofits don't make money, nonprofits don't pay, you know, they don't have employees, or everyone's doing everything for free. That's just a big misconception. Granted that I'm not making really I'm not really making what you would at a regular job for your time, the time that I'm putting in right now, but in order to do this full time, people have to understand that I have to eat too. You know what I mean? Like I have to pay rent and be okay, and so do the people that work for me. Like, how long are you going to work for a job that even though you love it, you're not getting paid? How long are you going to be there? I don't want that turnover of people to be like that. So I want the people that are good with kids, we done the background check and they've proven themselves. I want them to stay. So we're trying to build this whole thing. It's like, it's a real company. The nonprofit, basically what it is that we have a mission statement, and that's where our profits, that's our goal, is the mission statement: empowering, inspiring, and motivating children who are sick. You know, and that's the goal, and that's the first and foremost. So, you know, if I can create a living out of it, that would be a blessing, because I'll get to do it more. And right now, I juggle it, and I look at how much I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You're doing everything.
Yeah, you know, I play the CEO, you know, and we have like, I drew up all the bylaws, the articles of incorporation. These are things that have to go in your book as a nonprofit corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to get, you know, board of directors and the officers. There's advertising. There's
a lot that goes into it.
God. It's like a real company, man. Like, seriously, the next thing, my goal the rest of this week is to, we have job titles.
Right.
And is to create you know, like if you were to look up a job on Craigslist, like what's that job title? What are the qualifications that you need?
Yeah.
What's the recommended, you know, this and that. And
Official description.
Yeah,
right?
official description, and salary range. You know what I'm saying? Like entry level to this position to, you know, been doing it, have all this experience.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. I have to do all that for myself, for my position, for everyone there.
Yeah.
IRS comes around, we become really successful, which financially, which I see us being,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to be able to do this on a worldwide level. And so then you got to have all that.
Yeah.
Or they'll knock you out the box, because you have to remember a nonprofit is exempt to paying the IRS. So you better believe that they want to know what you're doing, because you're doing it for free to them. You know, you're not paying them. So that's just the way it works, and nonprofits get put under that microscope 10 times harder than a regular business. And in the beginning, actually, my accountant, he was like, just do it for profit, do it for profit. But I was like, no, it's not going to give the people the same feeling. It's not, you know, because I didn't start this to make money. I didn't even think I would have a nonprofit, or, you know, I didn't even think that was an option, you know.
It just evolved that way.
Yeah, it just evolved naturally, and that's something that I hope that everyone, like, no matter how big you see Heart of a Hero get or whatever, like, don't let the misconception of, you know, your lack of knowledge about nonprofits make you think that because we're getting bigger and people are employed by Heart of a Hero that we're like embezzling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's not the case. Like I said, people have to eat, and the only, you know, I am the product. You know what I mean? Spider-Man or Batman shows up in the future, or Wonder Woman. They are what makes it happen.
Yeah, they're the face.
They're the product. So
Zorro.
it's
I think I could pull off a good Zorro.
Definitely. Real sword too. Better be careful. But yeah, it's you know, I see us expanding, doing that. I see us I want to. I feel it. I feel it in my heart. Like, we're gonna be worldwide soon, and all that takes is me getting a trip to, you know, Europe and doing a visit there, or, you know, that I see that happening. We get hit up by people from out of the country all the time, and it's just about raising the money to get there, so it's free to the kids that we
visit.
Yeah, and their parents and everything, and so. And eventually I want to get to a point where we're so big that we can just pay off a portion of, if not entire, like, bills that are racked up, these medical bills. And because it's not just about it is about the kids, but their parents are involved too.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about families that have lost houses, because what people don't understand is when like a child gets put on, has cancer or leukemia and gets put on this, they get put on like a 3-year chemo plan. That's like standard. And like in 1 year, in like 6 months of chemo is like, you're talking about over $100,000. So
I'll add in that medical expenses are the #1 cause of bankruptcy in this country,
Exactly.
even for people that
And-
have insurance.
right, and look how even for people that have insurance, and nobody's safe, man. Look how many people are just, cancer is just like in the news feed. I mean, maybe because more now I see it now more because I do what I do, but wow, like seriously, nobody is exempt from that being a possibility. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Even people that have had mansions and started out with this large amount of money and have a kid who got it are now looking at situations where like, what am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to be a company that just all around just is able to help whoever is in need, not just children, but just whoever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn anyone down. Because also, too, like Make-A-Wish, I met this girl named Megan. I'm actually wearing her Team Megan wristband. I don't know if she's watching, but she was one of the visits that I did at, in Oakland Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in, she's 18 years old, and I'm thinking she's not going to care about Spider-Man, but I'm going to play the role anyway, So I walk in, I'm crouching, we're doing, I'm doing this whole thing. Hey, And so we got to talking, and she was actually like, her attitude, she has like the shaved head and all that.
Yeah.
Then her mom was just like, here's a picture of her prior, and I'm just like, whoa, like, wow, this girl's gone through a lot. She graduated from Antioch High School, and the community out here is like backed her, and all this stuff, and she was talking about her journey and all this stuff. And I'm sitting in the suit just like on the verge of dropping a tear or two, just like, whoa. And then I said something to her that she was like, I don't know why I'm going through this. I don't know why. And I said something. I said, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said, there's a reason you were supposed to go through this, because there's literally on social network, there's thousands and thousands of people supporting her. I mean, seriously, it's crazy how many people support this girl. And I said, you were supposed to go through this, because look how many people you've changed through your struggle. And when I said that, it gives me goosebumps. She instantly broke down in tears. Like, this is a very spunky, happy person the whole time, and then it just turned it on. Bam, I struck a nerve, and that was the only time that I actually, I took the mask off in the room, made sure no other kids were there, and I took my mask off to show her who I really am, and let her look in my eyes and let her know I was sincere about what I'm saying. And actually, her family invited me to her house as my regular self. I met her whole family, her dad and her boyfriend, and we're really good friends, and
That's
she's
awesome.
still going through it. And but it's like, it's a lot more than just the child in the bed. It's like emotionally, it's the parents in the bed, it's the family in the bed. They're all going through it.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's super empowering. I can't wake up the same. I'll never be the same ever again.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's really powerful.
yeah, it's pretty powerful. I'm blessed to be in the shoes that I'm in.
Well, let's go ahead and have our co-host and Ready Rock ask you a question. Let's start off with Joe time.
Man, Rick, hey. Man, good
Hey.
to see you, brother, man. It's always
See
a
you
pleasure
too.
to have you, bro, and just your nobility, man, and who you are as a person, how grounded you are in
Appreciate
your truth,
that.
and just the dream that you pursued and just created this reality, man. Proud of you, bro. And,
Thank you.
My question is, I mean, you're helping so many people, and you're face to face with people with terminal illnesses sometimes, and
Yeah.
for the most part, and that could take a toll on anybody.
Mhm.
Is there anything, because I know there's a lot of people that would love to help as well and do what you're doing or inspire to them, how do you deal with like the empathy wise? You know what I mean? Like, how do you kind of deal with that separation? Like, are you still challenged by that, or is it
Yeah.
something you're developing and working on?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be, I think to become like numb to that would be to become cold.
Not necessarily numb, but like more like
Immune.
not immune either. It's like, are you
Like, I know how to handle it. I mean, every day is a challenge. I don't always every day when we go out meet like kids that are, terminally ill or whatever. We do meet kids who are, probably, on a regular basis, but each child is different. So no two situations is ever the same. My roommates will tell you that when I do like a terminal visit or even like a child that's just visually, you know, you're dealing with burns or just whatever, you know, it's just visually hard to see. I've literally like broken down. Like, you know, I've actually been in a room and they're like, you got 5 minutes with this kid, you know, because there's like 40, I have to go into 40 rooms,
Wow.
you know, and then I get 5 minutes with each kid. And then let's say visit 20, room 20 that I walk into, that's the hardest one. I still have 20 more to go into, and I have to still bring that same energy. So like I'm in a zone when it's going down, and I really don't soak it in. But I can't tell you how many times we've been in the car going back, and then they're like, okay, so here's the pictures, and I'm going through to see which ones we're gonna post and which ones we're just not gonna post, you know, and I break down, man. Like I'm just hit so hard by just the situation. Like, wow. And what hurts me the most is that I leave the situation. I go home, I take the suit off, I watch Family Feud, you know, whatever you know what I mean? But these kids still are there, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of like, that sucks, man. Like I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could just sit there all day with them, you know. And so my roommates will tell you that, you know, they're the only ones that know, you know, besides what I'm about to say. But like I'll go in my room, honestly, man. For like sometimes it's, I'm not even like I don't even feel like being just like socialized with anyone. I have to get it out, you know what I'm saying? Because I got another visit come in and I just have to function in real life. Like it's so hard though on the days where like I'll go do a visit that's like one of those visits and then that night I got to go to the bar. I'm like a jerk, you know what I mean? Like in my head I'm thinking you're drunk and you don't care about anything. Well, you know what I mean? But it's not their fault. It's like, you know, I have this perspective, and it's like I'm just constantly training myself like to have just more understanding for everyone, even people that don't understand. And that's the beauty of it, because it's truly making me a better person. But it's definitely hard, man. You can't bottle it up. You cannot. We were just saying, like, there's a lot of firemen and, you know, and EMTs who, you know, who are fine until they see that one incident with a child, and there's actually been like suicides because they couldn't like cope with it. You know, and I didn't even think about that, honestly, when I first got the suits and I was like presented with that and I was like, oh man, like it's real. Like, like I'm still carrying this. Like, how do I let go of it? And it's just, like I said, just decompressing in my room by myself. I don't want no music. It's just silence. And it's just sometimes it's crying, sometimes it's laughing, you know?
Are you, like I said, religious, but do you believe in higher power?
I believe in a higher power. You know, I believe in God, and I honestly feel like,
do you ever
you know,
look
and
to give him that?
Yeah, I pray to God all the time. I'm almost like getting emotional right now, but I pray to God all the time that just to give me strength to continue doing what He wants me to do, because I didn't see this coming, and I'm just like, honestly, like I'm a vessel. And that's it. And actually, we went to Relay for Life real quick. We went to Relay for Life, and we were out there setting up. And I actually just flew in from the East Coast, and I only got like 2 hours of sleep. And I wrote a speech that I was giving to cancer survivors and people who were going through cancer, like on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like this powerful speech with no sleep. And I woke up like and got to this event like 2 hours after it started, but my team was there. Like Kristen and Michael Harvey, they were there at the table, had it set up. It's freaking like 110 degrees out there. They were there. You know, so there's people come by for the relay, the officials from there, and they give me this like certificate, and it said, Ricky Mena, you're awarded this certificate of participation for the Relay for Life. Thank you for your thing. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but where's theirs? And they were like, oh, sorry, but like you're Heart of a Hero. I'm like, nah, they're Heart of a Hero. Like they were here like before I was still sleeping. You know what I mean? Like they do this all the time. You know what I mean? I just like literally just, you know, now set up to where I just jump in the suit and everything like that. So it's like I'm super just like I'm just humble, bro. Like, you know, I give it to every time somebody gives me credit, it's hard for me to take. That's the truth. It's hard for me to take because what I'm just really just feel like I'm showing up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing up and I'm giving people an avenue to give. People could volunteer for us or, you know, donate toys or money or whatever, and you know it's going to a good place. You know? So, yeah.
Cool.
Good job, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
City.
Well, you talked about expanding your business and getting some job descriptions out there. What kinds of roles are you looking to start developing, like immediately, in terms of either employees or volunteers? What is the next step of who you need on deck?
Well, right now we have just the core, which is like we have the president, executive chief, which is myself, and which is also, I don't always want to be the executive chief of operations because I would rather just be the Spider-Man and do it. So one day when we get financially good, I'm gonna put that job opening out there and hire a reputable CEO of who has experience doing the nonprofit thing and let them do the paperwork, because I'd rather just do the heartfelt stuff. But we have our secretary right now, we have our treasurer and all that. But like in the future, I see like marketing, like, stuff like that, just to help us expand and continue, because I don't want this thing to be a flash in the pan. I mean, I'm looking at it like, 3 years from now, and I'll do it no matter what. I'm going to continue to do this whether people are interested as a whole or not, because of what it does between me and the kids and the families that are involved. But as far as like being a successful business, nonprofit business, like how if I don't expand, it's kind of like how long is it going to be before people are like, okay, Ricky's in the Spider-Man suit again, and there's another kid he's next to flexing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long are they going to be interested in that, 2 years from now? And so it's like I have to think along those lines, and I don't have all the answers, and I think that's what my strength is. I know where my weaknesses are. And so, right now we're good. We have like, we're like very small. We're like got 4 or 5 people with us, and that's the way we need it to be right now. I don't want to expand too fast, because then that just crushes things a lot of the time. So we're just kind of naturally taking things as they go. We're still pending for our 501c3. That's like should be in the mail like tomorrow.
Nice.
And once we get that, we can go after like corporate sponsorships. Right now it's just been people to people money, people in the community, 20 here, 30 here. It's like, wow, like and I haven't come out of my own pocket for anything that you've seen since January.
Wow.
The company has paid for itself because of all of you. And so that is a beautiful thing right there. I can't do this without y'all.
We love applause.
Yeah, nice.
A little extended one there for you, Rick.
Appreciate that. Also from a clip from Joe's last show. They were like, oh my God.
There's an open mic, by the way.
It's killing it.
Ready, rock.
First, I like to say what you're doing is really amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I saw the emotional breakdown you almost had. I felt that because I'm an emotional kind of guy too.
Yeah, I had to catch myself. I little.
I know it's crazy. I really respect what you do because it takes a lot of heart to do what you do, especially when you're donating time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's crazy, and you flying coast to coast and having to be somewhere right off the plane.
Yeah,
takes a lot. But my question is a lighter question. I mean, so of all the superheroes, what made you choose Spider-Man as your costume?
Well, I've gotten this question a lot this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, that's cool that you ask it because I got to. It's been in private messages and stuff, but I didn't. I actually didn't choose the Spider-Man character. It sort of chose me. Long story short, I mean, I grew up. I loved Spider-Man because he was the smallest one.
Yeah.
And kind of like a loner too.
The underdog.
Yeah, he's the underdog, but he was like he was really strong, and he always just had a lot of heart. So that's why I related to him as a kid. But after I got out my comic book stage, I went into music, and I didn't follow the comic thing. I never dressed up. I didn't never do the Comic-Con thing, and. But in June of 2014, I was at a low point in my life, and I fell asleep, had a dream. My grandmother, who passed away in the previous October, came to me literally in the dream, and it was like clear as day, and she just showed me this movie where Spider-Man was bringing presents to, and the dream was like super exaggerated, like there was like thousands of kids in like hospital beds in one room, and I'm just like, or Spider-Man was just like muscling all these presents and like flinging them to kids, and they were just like, hey, and I said, what's that got to do with me? And she's like, that is you, and when you wake up, you're gonna figure it out. So like I woke up, and like I said, long story short, my curiosity got the best of me, Googled suits, and then I became what is now, and
that's cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because like at the Michael Valley tournament, these guys, everybody when I was in the suit was like, Spider-Man, you getting too buff, dude. Like,
Yeah,
need to
he's
calm
not
down.
really. He's not really all crazy buff. It's
Yeah.
more like tone.
Slender tone, yeah.
Yeah. Slim.
And so, especially now, because like the Andrew Garfield wasn't really like, he was more like lanky, you know. So like, it's just, but it's funny because like people that have no idea that were coming up to our booth had no idea that I was Spider-Man, you know, because like I'm out there just as myself, so not everyone knows, you know. And so like they were like, so what do you guys do, and blah blah blah, and they'd be like, you know what? And they'd look dead at me when there's heck of people standing there, be like, you look like you could be Spider-Man. I'm like, really? That's interesting.
Don't say that.
If it was like a real superhero world, like my identity would have been like a rap already, you know.
Spidey senses was tingling, huh?
Yeah, which was cool too, cause like I'm all tattooed and everything, you know, so it kind of breaks down that barrier too. Like I go to the hospitals and some directors aren't there, like when I'm putting this, you know, before I get the suit, and they show up after, like the people who said okay to this, and then they're there as the visits when I'm Spider-Man, and as I'm Spider-Man, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing with these kids, like seriously, you play the role like on another level, like holy crap, like wow, I'm impressed. And I'll be like, cool, thank you. I'm going to go change real quick, and I'll come back out, and I really want to talk to you face to face. And they're like, okay. And I'll come back out, and their face is just like, don't rob me. I'm like, no, I'm Spider-Man. And it's like, cool, like you're breaking down barriers, you know? And it's like, it's really cool. Like, just so blessed. And I just hope that I can do this, like, for as long as the good Lord blesses me to do it.
Do it.
Right on.
You know, so, yeah. Appreciate that's a good question. Can I clap for myself?
Yes. I knew Ready Rock had something. You're like thinking.
You know what would be really cool if you do this Stockton Con thing?
Yeah.
If you got in the costume as Spider-Man and fought the Little Caesar dude.
the Caesar guy?
Yeah.
He's like this tall.
Yeah, but he's got a costume too, you know?
Yeah, he got a costume too, though.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And then have the Liberty tax lady like be a referee.
Yeah. We could set something up.
Yeah, you know, a little fundraiser there, you know?
Yeah, a little charity fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little charity battle.
Exhibition.
Everyone knows Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And as an adult, when you drive by that in April, you see the lady standing out there
yeah.
all day long.
Yeah.
Or the Fiesta chicken.
Yeah.
Right, Fiesta auto insurance.
like do a Peter Griffin and beating up the chicken thing.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, Ready
He
Rock.
wants to beat up all the commercial characters.
Think like, I don't know. He fights good. I don't know if we want him around our kids. Did you see that Roundhouse?
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, kind of switch gears for a little bit, Ricky. When it comes down to the whole social media thing, everything that you post, there's a lot of people commenting, liking it. Are you finding yourself managing that a little bit differently now that you are doing the Heart of the Hero thing and reaching out to parents and kids as well?
Yeah, a lot has changed. So, I mean, it's not like it's not genuine that I don't really like post more opinions. I just think that I took a step back and I'm realizing now, especially the last 2 weeks, like how much of an impact.
Yeah, because there was one personal post in regards to your personal dating life.
Right.
And yes, it does attract a lot of people. People are gravitating to it. So it kind of like a double-edged sword in a way where you could bring people into the whole Heart of the Hero situation and awareness, but at the same time, you have to deal with the backlash of the certain comments that are going with it.
Well, here's the thing. So, you know, my company and myself and every person who's involved with me, like we've sat down and have talks about this. Like, yo, you know, if you want to be part of Heart of a Hero, your Facebook has to be, I can't have my secretary or treasurer posting, you know, twerking videos and, you know, because somebody from, you know, XX, you know, company that wants to give us $100,000 or 20 grand or what, $5 grand, they might look at that and go, nope.
Yeah.
You know, and $5 grand goes a long way. We really don't have a lot of overhead, which is beautiful for our nonprofit because that just goes more to the cause of getting to the kids. I mean, travel's where the money's really going. But like, you know, it's definitely I'm definitely just learning. I'm learning the whole like, you know, shut your mouth and just
But it's hard,
because
though,
you know
right?
me, like
Yeah,
before, like I was actually looking back on my Facebook. You go back in time, and now Facebook prompts you like, you remember this? I'm like, I don't want to remember that. You know what I mean? Because like I'm like, dang, I was ruthless back then. Like your boy changed. There was a lot of growth, and I don't want to be reminded of that. So it's kind of like I wouldn't say it's filtered. It's genuinely who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have to be careful what I say because, like you said earlier, that little quote, with great power with great power comes great responsibility, and that's so true. Like I'm not even on the level like popularity wise of like, let's say, celebrities or anything like Kaepernick. Remember when he did the Instagram thing of the flood?
Right.
See, it's kind of those things, and he took it down. He had to say sorry. It's like, and everybody's like, man, I mean, he was just trying to crack a joke. He didn't know that people died. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, no one takes anything lightheartedly when you run something like this. No one does. I can't post. I seriously question, like, I've made my own memes where I'm like, yeah, it's going to be funny. No, it's not. No one's going to see it. I'm like showing my friends at the house, like, look at this meme. This will never, surface, It's like, it is because you have to have that face on all the time. And, and bottom line is, to me, 100%, this is what I want to do. It's for the kids. And so I actually just posted a video. You guys seen the one where the cop like brandished his weapon in the court in Roanoke Park?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay,
yeah.
So I posted that, and I posted it saying, I'm totally not against cops. I'm not against law enforcement. Never had a problem with them, this and that. But this dude is wrong, and this whole mentality that some of these law enforcement folks have is where the
problem is. Yeah.
Yeah, and instantly, I got hit up. You should take that down, because, you can't be doing that. You can't have an opinion about law enforcement because what if, and I'm like,
divisive.
Dang, like I wouldn't even say it like that, but someone out there is going to take it the wrong way.
Right,
and if it's the person that I wanted to make a connection with, that's ruin it for some kids. And that's how I got to think of it. So definitely things have been different. I have to just be careful with what I say. My opinions, a lot of the time I'm becoming more the CEO, and it's not a bad thing at all. It's not. But my page, positive breeds positive, and that's so the truth, because when I posted the thing about the personal thing with the personal relationship thing, I didn't post it in a negative light. But other people were sticking up for me and start saying negative things about that person. And I realized that even the sliver, the 1% of maybe negativity in my posts created 100% of it. And so I learned at that moment, I'm not even going to post this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to post.
Right.
My opinion doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you why. Because my actions matter more. So it's like,
Solution.
you know what I mean? I'm gonna just show you what I do. So,
exactly.
My opinions. I want to run for mayor in like 8 years, and that's the true statement. So like,
I believed it when you said it.
Yeah. And so that's what I want to do. And at that time, I'll come out with my opinions, what we could change and this and that. But right now, I'm Spider-Man, and
and you have a role to play.
I have a role to play, and it's really me though. It's not like, and it is for everyone too. Like my treasurer, my secretary, we're all friends, and we basically took an oath to what we do to the kids. Like, look, we're going to be better people for the better of these people. And so we just want to breathe positive. That's all. And it really does take some strength sometimes. You don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody just cut me off, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
Treat it like a business.
Yeah, it's like you just, that part of me, the aggressive part of me, and it's funny because like the aggressiveness part of me, as far as
I like how you said aggressive.
Yeah, it is like I want to sometimes, we're human, you know what I mean? Somebody cuts you off, you want to, throw up the middle finger, the spidey finger, hit him with some webs, you know what I mean? But I just like, you know what? I in my head I'm going, nope, don't do it. You're better than that. And then it's hard too because I'm at a bar working there as security. So it's like, there was a huge brawl like 2 weekends ago in the parking lot, and I literally was like just trying to stop people. I didn't put my hands up to fight no one. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that. I don't have that in me. I don't want to like punch somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to injure someone. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. It's like, it's not.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
And now, like you said, that girl came in here. Dude, I relate to it so much. That girl came in here who was doing the fitness thing last week or whatever.
Yes.
And you said she kind of came off like a fighter.
Yeah.
Dude, that's because she's probably on the same page as me. Like when I go in the gym, I'm like a fighter too. People ask me all the time, "Are you a fighter?"
She goes balls in.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
shouts out, Cammy.
I'm like, at the gym, getting all that aggression out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I step out in the world, I'm like,
hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Fantastic.
Hey.
Have a nice day.
What's
But,
up?
you got to control. COs, they all do it.
It's
You know
balance.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's balance.
They all do it.
Need
It's
an outlet.
definitely a balance, And it really does make me a better. It is turning me into a better. It's turning me into the person I've always wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now more's at stake because it's not even about me. It's this whole thing is bigger than me. One day people are gonna look at Heart of a Hero and they're not even gonna know. I'm gonna go somewhere and they're not even gonna know that I'm behind that, and that does not bother me at all.
That means you made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there you go.
So yeah, it's not about me.
Well, Ricky, what are the websites that everyone can follow you at?
It's real simple. Well, the Heart of a Hero stuff, the Spider-Man stuff, you can go to heartofahero.org, or you can just jump on Facebook and do the facebook.com/heartofahero. We post stories all the time of kids and families and donations and all that stuff. You can figure out how to donate and how you want to donate, if you want to donate, at those links. My link is just facebook.com/Ricky Mena.
Awesome.
Yep.
Now, if people want to volunteer
Mhm.
and help out with appearances, how do they go about doing that?
They can hit us up at our email. It's Spidey4Kids. It's SPIDEY 4 at Yahoo. And so they can hit us up there, or you can just straight up hit me up on my Facebook or our Heart of a Hero page. And we do. I don't just let you come and just do volunteering. You have to go through a background check,
screening.
Yeah, screening, background check, and the whole thing. Make sure you're okay around kids. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. But yeah, so I definitely love the help. Like even if we just had the Michael Valley tournament, and it was just like on Sunday, it was like 5 people, 6 of us there, and. It's cool because we're all there in our shirts, and it just shows that, and it just shows that we do have power in numbers too. People believe in us enough to want to help, and and I even offered to pay for everyone's lunch, and they were just like, no, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just super appreciative if anyone wants to come out, donate time, monetary or clothes or whatever, toys, whatever it is, because it all just keeps it going.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right. We're going to go ahead and close out the program with the shouts and plugs. And without further ado, we'll start off with Mr. Joe Time.
Yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody just tuning in. I appreciate you guys just continuing to show your support to the Slam Show and the Slam Show crew and the guests that we have. And if you have continued to follow other people and their success, man, just keep supporting our local talent and just your local talent if you're watching somewhere else. Slam for always putting together this awesome show and running the ship never into an iceberg, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just keeping it flowing and going.
Titanic.
And just bringing in awesome guests like we have today, like Ricky and
Ready Rock.
Ready Rock.
Ready Rock.
I know he gave me a stage
Fox
name.
his middle name.
Ready Rock.
Ready Rock. Cindy kept it fantastic, and just I appreciate you guys just being in the studio and bringing you guys this awesomeness. And for myself, I would like you guys to follow me somehow, some way, probably on Instagram, Joe_Time, or Facebook /Joe Time Comedy. This Thursday, you can catch me at Tommy T's 7:30 show. It'll be free for you if you just say Joe Time at the door. Got a nice little lineup for you guys. It's going to be pretty fun.
Is that the one with the mail review?
That's the one with the mail review. That's not my part. That's not my portion of the show.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's like a Magic Mike type thing after. It's not me, though.
Hold on, bro. We got 9 minutes left to talk about this.
And what's that called? But yeah. Wish me luck. I'll be on Tuesday, man. I'll be at this little commercial thing. And it's gonna be fun.
Can't tell you about it.
Yeah,
but
and
I'll be
then
there.
August 22nd, I'll be at Brainwash in San Francisco. And if everybody else wants to book me on some stuff, holler at you, boy. I'm open.
Cool. Captain.
Special thanks to Kinders of Martinez
Tasty.
And the rest of our sponsors, please go to tvepn.com for a complete list. Follow me on Instagram. It is _captain__ fantastic _. Also on my Facebook page, there is a public post with the hashtag Save Katie. Since we were on the topic of medical bills and bankruptcy, my good friend Katie, who is a transplant survivor, has been dicked over by Obamacare, and her medicines that she needs to live have gone up to about $6,000 for a couple of months' supply until she can change her enrollment. And yeah, she needs those, otherwise she dies. So go ahead and have a look over there. Share. If you have a couple bucks to kick her way, any donation, nothing's too small. It'll be a public post on the Cindy Reza Facebook page with the hashtag Save Katie. Anything's greatly appreciated, and thank you.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
Ricky.
Thank you, everybody in the studio, for having me again. It was a good time, as always. The list of folks is just so long to thank, so I'm just going to say thank you to everyone at Heart of a Hero who volunteer, who make it possible. My everyday folks, Kristen Harvey, Michael Harvey, little Haley Harvey, my mom out there who's a huge supporter of me, as always. Even my pops out there supports it. And just thank you to everyone who inspires me with the messages that just flow in. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much.
Cool, cool.
Right on.
Ready, rock, fuck.
Yeah.
Is that what you...
Fuck. Fuck. That's my Vietnamese name.
PHOC with the...
But thanks to the Slam Show and the whole crew, everybody here. Fun times.
Yes.
You know, just like the old times, you know. Shout out to my girlfriend, Natalie. Shout out to Silhouette, who's probably not tuning in. But we'll tune in when I tell him to watch the rerun. Shout out to Troubles, whose album's in stores now, Grandma's House. Go pick it up on iTunes or Rasputin's, Amoeba's, Streetlight, or wherever.
Now, do you do your own distribution?
No.
Okay.
I'm not good at managing, and I'm not good at distribution. So, you know, I'm real about that. Some people want to take on the role of doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a lot.
I can't do all that stuff. I'm good. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I just stick to the production side and recording and mixing and all that.
The real shit.
Yeah, kind of like how he doesn't want to be CEO and all that.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to help people. And that's what I'm doing, helping them get their dreams out. Sometimes the dreams come true. Sometimes the dreams get shelved. And sometimes the dreams become reality where it's like, whoa, I shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and, you know, like I said, Trouble's album's out in store. Shout out to Nafi, whose album should be out probably around October.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Week Long Day Trip, so look out for that. Shout out to Hatchet. Shout out to Young Said. Shout out to Inrasa, who was on your show as well.
Yes,
You know
along
what I
with
mean?
Bill.
Along with Bill, which was made for a really good show. But
We should-
he might need to come back with me, and I'm down for that. You know,
and Ross as well. Have all three.
Throw her in the mix.
Triple
Yeah.
threats.
I'm down for that. But maybe I should drive so we're here on time.
Got it.
I'm actually a punctual kind of guy.
Yes, you are.
I believe in that. You know what I mean?
Businessman.
He was here waiting
Like,
for all of us.
I'm dead. I'm
He's been here
dead
before
serious.
Sam, and he lives here.
Yeah.
Sam was like, whose car is that outside? It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not that early.
Joe used to be like that, and he stopped.
Yeah, and a big shout out to all the DJs worldwide who have supported everything that I've done, from Wikimix to X-Mix to buying albums that I've produced, for keeping me relevant, although some people wouldn't want me relevant. And I do know a couple of people in my mind, but it's all good because you need to balance out the good and the bad to, you know,
To
keep
get the
you
great.
afloat.
The yin and yang.
Yeah, the yin and yang, basically, you know. Hate is great. Shoot, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for all the years of support and continue supporting. If you're a DJ and you want to get hooked up with good remixes, don't come to me, but go to or xmix.com. Get yourself signed up on some subscription service. You'll be happy. And that's it.
There you go.
That's my thing.
Nice.
Cool. All right. I'll go ahead and close out the shouts and plugs. I'd like to thank my entire crew. Joe,
Hello.
Cindy, Captain Fantastic. You guys always do a great job. Thank you very much. And the ones that aren't on the program, Lady Sage, Mike Ill, Dr. L. We miss you. We'll see you in the upcoming weeks. Ricky, always a pleasure having you on any capacity.
Good to be here.
Whether it's a guest co-host, guest in general, it's always good stuff. And I appreciate everything that you're doing with the foundation and for everyone around you. You're a great man.
Thank you.
Now, DJ Ready Rock, you're something else, brother. Compared to how we met back in the 90s, hung out, parties and all that, you've come a long ways. And I never knew you were so comedic behind the mic.
I've always been.
always
We've always been so serious.
Yeah, you're right.
'Cause we were you were doing your music, and at the time, you were having like
And check this out. Look at that classic picture.
nervous.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. I have the blonde hair and everything. You guys check that out.
that when you went Super Saiyan?
Speaking of Nervous Records, which was originally home to a lot of the Duck Down artists,
Mhm.
like to say rest in peace to Sean Price as well, who
Mhm.
passed on Saturday. Boot Camp Click, Helter Skelter, all that good stuff. But if you were buying Wicked mixes, then you would know about all that, and you would know what Nervous Records was about.
There you go.
They were more than just a house label.
There you go. Say the real science there.
There you go.
All right. I'd like to say a special shout out to everyone that's in the chat room. There were so many of you, it freaking froze up. So if there wasn't too many responses, hey, servers could only handle so much. See what you did, Ricky?
Aw,
Ready Rock?
man.
Broke
It
the
was
internet.
Love you
Ricky,
guys.
it was
Broke
Ricky.
the internet.
Joe time.
Broke the
Ricky's the
internet.
man.
It's Joe time.
Yeah,
And for
I'll take it.
You're like Zorro's on.
Zorro's on.
there you go. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the characters we could go ahead and do to help out Ricky's foundation.
Beef and Vendetta guy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Be sure to like our Facebook page and follow us on social media all the way around. And speaking of troubles, we have the track that you produce in the Bay featuring Rappin' Forte, closing
There you
out the
go.
Slam show here. For myself and everyone in studio, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Adios.
Rapping Forte. Oh, hey, who do you love? I never knew a nigga so sucker free. Troubles, but with a Z. Yes. Now I was posted in the federal building with the view of the Tenderloin. Ghetto motherfuckers making the grip, they're getting it on. Spots, blocks, rapping heavy metal. Dope fiends up all night, the world's together. Man, how I love it. Chickens, they call it buckets. Duckets, Cali casualties, records. Oh, G like Ice-T, Michelle A. Nice T. Icy Gristle, Icy Day, hyphy. Gunplay nowadays, core formality. Mr. Gritty, police brutality. The bitch smoked that, the bitch got backs. Used to be a quarter ounce, so now she getting racks. Ooh, dick with the real cushion, like sugar free. Why you bullshitting? I'm so sucker free on mine. It really goes down in Northern Cali. You could get a job or get robbed in the alley. Or you could ride a mob on deuces with the rallies with a light skin Holly or a bright skin Sally. It really goes down in the Bay where the drugs stay cheap and they never fall away. I know what you're talking about. On the come up with a yay or whatever makes a profit, so just watch what you say. It's going down like a hoe on a politician. Making shit disappear, call her a musician. Make your body disappear, not a good position. Find your body in the bay by the pier fishing. Ha, shit could be insane, or you can get wet up, but it don't never really rain, but it pours out pain. Hustle and grind, I said there's game in the water like there's coke in the line. They put your name on the wall, so we spoke it sometime. Living fast, getting cash, get you blown by the nine. Nina Ross, now she been known to blow on the mind, so when you hear that, you should watch for the sign. They call me Troubles cause I seen a lot. I seen the dope come in and watch it get hot. I seen the dope boys win and watch them get caught.